Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Happy Sunday to y'all. How y'all doing today? My name is Mike D, aka DDE80, aka 13 Wonder of the World, aka Mike DZ. Shout out to the Point Place family. Shout out to B.Ray, Bobby Reezy, that is. Shout out to M Breezy. Shout out to Naya. Shout out to my sister. Shout out to everybody across the airwaves. Love all y'all. Thank y'all for coming in, listening to me, let me into your radios, into your phones, into your tablets, whatever it is that you listen to Point of View on. Thank you very much, and I appreciate you very much. Happy Sunday to y'all. I hope y'all have a blessed Sunday today. Those of you that are going to the house of prayer, make sure that you go there and pray for everybody, even all your enemies. Sometimes you got to pray for your enemies, even though you don't want to, but sometimes it's best to do it. But pray for your friends and family most, that God may bless them and help them whatever situation they got going on in their life. And have a great time at church today. Witness something that has happened good in your life that God was the only person that can help you with. Always keep that on your Rolodex in your mind as a focus for today. Also, ladies and gentlemen, Point of View. I was going to come on yesterday, but yesterday I was kind of tied up, kind of busy doing things. I looked at a lot of college football games. Shout out to LSU for winning. Michigan State, again. We lost to Ohio State. That figures. Also, Harbaugh and them won without Harbaugh as their coach. Wow. And I'm going to get into the Michigan sign stealing scandal in a couple of days, and I'm going to see, was it worth it, or why do they do this? And they talking about what Tom Brady did as well. Well, he didn't do, but the Patriots as well. Also, the Patriots are playing right now against the Colts. It looked like the Colts are winning right now, but I'm still here, trying to figure out what the Patriots are going to do, and that they're down 7-3 right now in the second quarter. Hopefully they can get into the end zone or a field goal or something. But Dion lost again, and they had the game won this time. They were up and everything, and they ended up losing. Wow, that happens. Shout out to Dion Steele and those boys for trying to get back in the mix, trying to make something happen with the team. It's tough, but it happens that way at times, folks, and that's just how I see it and how it is right now with them as a team. Most of the teams that played yesterday won. I just saw that Texas A&M are going to fire Jimbo Fisher, even though they won yesterday. They owe him some money. They're going to pay him. Trust me, they're going to pay him the money that they owe him. I'm just looking at now what's going on. The NFL comes on after the Patriots and the London game, I think, after the Patriots and the Colts. The Saints play today. The Saints could possibly, so I hope that they win today if they're playing. We know that the Broncos play the Bills tonight. I think it's tonight or tomorrow night. One of them. It's going to be Josh Allen against Russell Wilson. We'll see what dynamic happens with that. Also, ladies and gentlemen, I knew it was Friday night, but I am happy Friday night about what I saw with the Lakers beating the Suns. For the second time in the season, LeBron James has beaten KD in head-to-head matchups. What does that mean? Does that mean that that means that the Lakers right now are on a stride when they play the Suns, that they're able to beat them, and they beat them with 2/3 of their guys because Booker didn't play in that game. But LeBron James put up 32 points. The guy is playing like fine wine, folks. Yeah, he got nicked a little bit, but he's playing like fine wine. And I'm telling you, if you can keep LeBron like that, got a chance. Clippers are trying to get themselves back together. They still are try to get James into the offense and get him into the system. That's why they're not winning right now. But when they do get it, man, look out, folks. Also, ladies and gentlemen, the Lakers do play Portland tonight. They play against Simons and Ayton and Grant and those boys in Portland. So we'll see what we can do against them tonight. Um, I'm hoping that the Patriots win this game. I want them to win this game. I'm going for them to win this game against the Colts. We know that Gunther, um, the backup quarterback, is the guy that we got to worry about. So we have to see what he does against Mac Jones. So we'll see what happens with Mac Jones today with the Patriots. Um, AEW has had 2 nights of great action of wrestling. Um, we know that it's gonna be Julia Hart versus Chris Statlander versus either Sky Blue, you know, which I think is gonna be Sky Blue because I think Sky Blue is gonna beat Red Velvet. The TNT title, the TBS championship is going to be on the line. Edge and Sting and Darby did great last night. I think that the next match they'll have will be a little more crisper. So we'll see what happens with Edge and them next week as they get prepared for the pay-per-view. Rampage was great. Great outing for guys on there. We saw what could happen. FTR, FTR, it's going to be FTR, House of Black, and Big Bill and Ricky Starks for the tag team titles. I think that the House of Black could become the tag team champions. That's my notion on that. Maybe, but we'll see what happens. There's so many moving pieces going on in AEW, as well as the matchup between John Moxley and Orange Cassidy. That's going to be a huge match. Also, ladies and gentlemen, Miro's wife, Lana, who's now known as her real name, CJ Perry, is managing Andrade, who is Charlotte Flair's husband, in AEW, and Miro Rusev act like he don't like it. Powerhouse Hobbs and Paul White, the Big Show, looked like they were about to get into it last night. I want to see what's going to happen in that match when they have their street fight this Wednesday, because I can tell you right now, I do believe that your boy Paul White is going to possibly knock out Powerhouse Hobbs. I think that's what's going to happen, folks. I think that's going to happen. Exciting Sunday. You're going to see NBA, NCAA basketball, NFL, college women's basketball. You're going to have your dose of all kind of sports going on this week, today, especially on Sunday. And we're gonna enjoy it, and we're going to see what happens when it happens, folks. It's going to be great to see, great to pick up on, and make sure that, I'm praying that your bets hit today, your player performance, your over and under, your money lines. I pray that all of that hits for you today. I hope that somebody comes out winning a nice little rack. Everybody wants us all to have a rack to win, so that's exactly what it is, folks. Wrestling, Friday Night SmackDown. Great opportunity last night. It was great last night. Friday night. Asuka now is on the team of the Sky Pirates, which was her and Carly Sane, intertwined with Io Sky and Bailey. So those girls are going to be there. You got Shasky, Bianca, and Charlotte Flair on one side, but I do believe that it's going to be Becky Lynch, Meacham, or somebody like that could possibly be the 4th member of the War Games for the women. Kevin Owens got suspended, for he was doing commentating, but he ended up getting suspended messing with Grayson Waller and Austin Theory, Jey Uso and LA Knight. LA Knight beat Grayson Waller. Rey Mysterio gets turned on by the LWO. Looks like Santos is now a heel again. So you're going to probably see the storyline between Santos and Rey Mysterio going on now. And that's just another thing for Dominique to pick on his dad about. But Logan Paul is the United States champion. So we'll see. And also, ladies and gentlemen, a side note. After SmackDown went off the air, they had two matches. I think Cody Rhodes was in one, or he was in a unseen moment or something like that. But after SmackDown went off the air last Friday night, why I keep saying last night, Friday night, they had a Intercontinental title match between Gunther, the champion, and Jey Uso, main event Jey Uso. And Jey Uso beat Gunther by disqualification. Why am I saying that? Because Jey Uso could be the one that beats Gunther for the Intercontinental Champion. I'm just saying that out there because on live events and on, Raws after off the air moments, there's trial runs, folks, in wrestling. They do dry runs to see if there's chemistry, if they can make the audience interested, and to make the buck. Those are the three things in wrestling that why they have rivals and different matches like that, because they want to see if the crowd is intrigued. They want to see how much money they can make off of this rivalry, and they want to test the rivalry to see if the rivalry can make it. That's exactly why they have new rivalries. They have fresh rivalries. That's why you see sometimes you have long arcing rivalries in the business, because they want to see if it works like that. And that's exactly why I say what I said. I do believe that Jey Uso, listen to me closely, Jey Uso may be the one that beats Gunther for the Intercontinental title, folks. I'm just saying it. I don't know how true it is. I don't know if it's going to happen like that. But from what I saw and for what I seen, Gunther lost by DQ to him. But I'm here to tell you, this is exactly why I say what I say about them. Because just keep an eye on that. That's a nugget. That may be a rivalry coming up soon with Jey Uso against Gunther. I'll say this. If you're going to take the Intercontinental title off of Gunther, it has to be against somebody like Jey Uso. Because I'm going to tell you why. Yes, he's been around for a long time, but Jey Uso has never been a singles champion. The Miz has been a singles champion. He's a former two-time WWE champion. He's a double Grand Slam champion. Let me say that. He's an 8-time Intercontinental champion. He's won the U.S. title like 4 or 5 times, if I'm not mistaken. He's been a tag team champion. He's been Money in the Bank. He has never won a Royal Rumble. That's the only thing that he has not done. And he's never won a King of the Ring. So those are 2 spots for him. But I'm telling you, and I want you to listen very close to what I'm finna tell you, folks. This is why I said what I said about the situation with Jey Uso. He and Cody Rhodes are 2 of the guys that could possibly beat Gunther for the Intercontinental title. There could be somebody on the under, but why not Jey Uso? You think the Bloodline would not like to see him with the title? Yes, they would love to see him with the title. Jimmy Uso would love to see his brother win that title, even though they're beefing on television right now. That would be an accomplishment. Roman Reigns with the undisputed titles, Jey Uso Intercontinental Champion. This is just me talking, folks. This is just me giving a prediction, and this is just me just saying what I see and what I hear. That's just me talking. I'm not saying that it could happen. It could happen, but it's just what I see because trial runs sometimes that's what it is when they do trial runs. They do it, they do draft runs just like a draft track or draft on this podcast. They try to see what nicks and crooks that they can nick it, ninnies and crooks and hiccups or whatever they have in the match that they can work. That's why they doing that. Jey Uso is not just fighting Gunther for nothing. They're setting him up to possibly go up against Gunther for the Intercontinental title if Miz doesn't beat him at Survivor Series, which I think is not going to happen. I don't think he's going to beat him at Survivor Series. I think that what's going to happen is the Miz is going to lose. He's going to get the power bomb and all that stuff there from Gunther. Gunther's going to end up fighting Jey Uso. Gunther's going to beat Jey Uso and probably have another match with Jey Uso, and Jey Uso is going to be the first one to beat him. He has to be. That's just my prediction. That's just me talking. I don't know how true this is, but I'm just saying. If Gunther's going to win the Royal Rumble, which everybody thinks that he is, if he wins, he's going to have to be he could go undefeated all the way to WrestleMania and win. But I don't see him being the Intercontinental Champion past WrestleMania. I could be wrong. It could happen. My thing is this here. If Seth Rollins is still going to be the champion by then, does Seth Rollins do the job of losing to Gunther at WrestleMania if he wins the Royal Rumble? My other question is this, folks, and I want people to understand what I'm saying here. This is the other situation as well. Now, let's talk about something else, folks, about Gunther. If you notice, and I'm telling you this because this is true. This is true right here. If you notice, Gunther does not have any run-ins with Seth Rollins or with Roman Reigns or no main event title picture. It's just that simple. Because here's why I say this. I'm gonna tell you why I say this. Because Gunther he's killing the Intercontinental division. He's killing it. He is killing it, and there's nobody that can really mess with him. But I'm here to tell you. But Gunther is something serious. Gunther has everything that he has to get through the opening.